In 1780, the carriage of Count Cagliostro, the supreme hierarch of existence, and his sidekicks crosses the border of Russia in order to present magical abilities. Having kidnapped a young noblewoman Maria Ivanovna under the pretext of treating her father, Cagliostro takes the lady to himself. The Count wants to enchant Maria with the help of an occult formula of love, but to no avail. In a provincial estate, where the travelers happen to be, lives a young and feisty landowner Alyosha, who is in love with a marble statue. With the help of Cagliostro, he hopes to revive the statue, but the encounter of Maria Ivanovna changes everything. Mark Zakharov is a superstar of the Russian cinema. He ranks among the top 10 most famous film helmers in that country. Lines from his comedies, primarily written by Grigory Gorin, such as The Very Same Munchausen, An Ordinary Miracle, Formula of Love, The 12 Chairs and To Kill a Dragon have become part of the Russian language.
Варварская игра, дикая местность, меня тянет на родину.
Где ваша родина?
Не знаю. Я родился на корабле, но куда он плыл и откуда, никто не помнит. А вы где родились, Жакоб?
А я вообще еще не родился.
Не родились?
Нет.
И как вы дальше думаете?
Ну, вообще, мне предстоит целая цепь рождений, в результате которой я явлюсь миру принцем Уэльским. Да. Правда, это будет не скоро, через пару сотен лет, в 20-м столетии. Так мне обещал мистер Cagliostro. Поэтому мое нынешнее существование для меня не имеет никакого значения.
А для меня имеет. В будущем я буду котом. Поэтому мне дорог каждый час.
Yet the kicker is that nobody knows Mark Zakharov outside of Russia. He belongs to a rare category of local celebrities, akin to Slobodan Shian in Yugoslavia or Çağan Irmak in Turkey, who made movies with illusions that are often unfathomable to a foreign audience. First and foremost, Zakharov is a theatrical director. For many years he led the trendiest theatre in the USSR, Lenkom. There, he staged a jaw-dropping rock opera Juno and Avos which caused a scandal with its evangelical themes among the leadership of the Communist Party. Starting from 1981, this musical has remained a staple of the theatre's repertoire. The New York Times reports that Juno and Avos is on track to surpass The Fantastics as the world's longest-running musical. The composer of the musical is Alexei Rybnikov. Consequently, Zakharov's films are incredibly similar to his campy theatrical productions. Everything sings, dances and explodes there.
Я вчера глядела в колодец, и видением не наших мест мне привиделся флаг наводец, на мундире заморский крест.
Zakharov's comedies are more or less based on a confrontation of an aristocrat of spirit and stupid commoners and dumb kings, easily recognizable as the Soviet Philistines and the Soviet leadership. This is exemplified by a brilliant con artist, Ostap Bender in The 12 Chairs, the wizard in An Ordinary Miracle or Sir Lancelot in To Kill a Dragon. The so-called aristocrat of spirit is far superior to the dull commoners and goofy noblemen. There is an existential abyss between them. Such is the case with Cagliostro at the beginning of Formula of Love. The Count is a ventriloquist, a Freemason, and a mystic. Cagliostro claims to have been born in Mesopotamia 2,125 years ago. He conjures fire from his fingers, eats forks, and believes that reason is subject to feelings. Feelings are subject to the heart, and the heart is subject to reason. The circle is complete. We began with reason and ended with reason. Thus, it turns out that the entire universe is essentially a game of his mind. Unfortunately, in Formula of Love Zakharov betrays himself. He falls into a kind of jingoistic patriotism and sides with the common man. In the unpolished Russia the great master gets owned. The occultism of Cagliostro and the hedonism of his sidekicks drowns in the absurdity of the Russian existence. The comedy suggests that all foreigners are fools, while all Russians are wise as serpents. The formula of love marked a significant turning point in Zakharov's development. He began as an opponent of the communist regime and had issues with the Soviet authorities. He was the first to burn his Communist Party membership card in front of TV cameras in 1990. However, many years passed and everything changed. In public, Zakharov became a supporter of Putin. But most likely he decided that discretion is the better part of valor. Thus, he chose the fate of Count Cagliostro rather than that of Baron Munchausen.